Hello there, and I wanted to share with you a few examples of the common spam and phishing mail that I'm getting. I get so many of these, I don't usually bother to research them because it doesn't in the end matter that much whether they're phishing or spam, since a lot of them that come through are phishing. I just mark them all as phishing, but they aren't all phishing. So we're going to take a look at three. One is technology, one is designed to freak you out about PayPal, although I'm not really sure what their end goal is, and the last one is actually just spam. So we'll start with McAfee. Okay, so this is a company that's been around for a long time with an anti-malware program that has been famous, partially due to the fact that the former owner and creator of it was very, very controversial and naughty, especially after he was no longer the owner. And I mean, there are documentaries about his exploits in Latin America and his crazy drug use and craziness and stuff. But I'm not going into that. So first thing I want you to notice here is that it doesn't give my name, it gives the part of my email address before the @ and then it gives the QXTT, which is I believe that's a reference code or an associate code. So what we're expecting here is that we would be going to a website that would be for McAfee, right? Now, please note here, however, that this is sent from catcharrow.com, and it doesn't even have a legitimate name. It just says account. So that right there is a red flag for you that there's something not right about this email. Now, I don't know why Gmail has not been catching all these spam emails that have been getting sent out and phishing emails, because I get them every day, sometimes more than one a day. But basically, oh, by the way, sometimes you can click on these unsubscribe things down at the bottom here and they will unsubscribe you. Other times you have to have Gmail do it, and you can do that by going up here and, oh, sorry, that one. And you can report spam or you can report phishing. Sometimes there will be a message here saying unsubscribe, and you can click on that. There are different ways to do it depending on the email. This one is not as easy as some. I would just suggest marking them as phishing when in doubt. That way, hopefully, if Google's actually doing anything about all these phishing emails, you'll have brought it to their attention and they can proceed from there. I don't really know whether they do anything or not, or if they just ignore it. I don't know how intensely they investigate it, if they do investigate it, because these emails typically bounce from one website to another website to another website. So if you're just trying to figure out if it's spam or phishing, and you only look at the first website, you're not going to know. And the reason I say that is because when I opened this up, now I had to disable some protections to get this to this site here. But please note that McAfee should not be getting sold on DobsonPhonetic.com. Now, what DobsonPhonetic.com is actually, I'm not really sure. So let's just take a quick look. And nothing. So in other words, this was specifically set up to be used as a phishing page. There's nothing legitimate about this website at all. You should be able to go to the base page and see what the company is, and the fact that this is like that tells you it's not legitimate. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to block it again. In fact, I'm going to block it aggressively, and yeah, and I don't know what, this is a tracking website, so I'm going to just leave it like that. So that one is done. Now, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to mark this as phishing, because clearly it's not a legitimate spam email. This is a spam email that is a spear phishing, or well, maybe not a spear phishing attack, but it is an attack trying to get you to give them probably your credit card number when you tried to buy McAfee on that website. So I'm going to just mark that as phishing, which will put it in, I believe, the spam box, and then it won't be visible to you anymore unless you go, yep, it says move spam right here. It'll still be there, so I don't think that Google is taking these things seriously. I don't think they're doing anything about it. I think they're just kind of blowing it off when you mark it as phishing, but at least you've marked it as phishing, so that if they are looking, well, then they are looking, and that's good. All right, again, here we have one that's addressed to the beginning of my email account, and there's a referral code here or something like that, and it's from a completely unrelated website, kernelwire.net. I have no idea what that is. This is about necrotizing enterocolitis, which affects newborn babies that have been given brands like Similac and Enfamil formulas in the hospital or in the natal intensive care unit. Apparently these are based on cow milk, and apparently they are not good for kids. So if you click, you would think that this is phishing, but actually when I allowed it to go through to the very end, what I came up with was this website, necbabylawsuit.com. Now that in and of itself is a little bit suspicious, and I cannot guarantee that this is not phishing. Okay. The reason I say that is if you go down here, you can see it's Zakola and Sellinger LLC. Now, they are an actual law firm, but whether or not they are related to this or this, the people who made this website are just using that name in order to fish for personal information, I don't know. So let's take a quick look and just see if there's a link from Zakola and Sellinger's website. Wait, do they have their own website? Maybe not. There's Wikipedia, Martin Sellinger Law. Well, there is this one, so that might be it. Let's try that, since it does seem to be related. And it's the only one I'm seeing here. Okay, so Sellinger Law does seem to have a lot of the same imaging as on there. However, I do have, okay, and it does mention the NEC Baby lawsuit. This still doesn't mean it's legitimate, because this may be a fake website instead of a legitimate one. However, they do have their addresses on here. Unless you take the time to actually go to a map, like MapQuest or Yahoo Maps or Waze or Google Maps or something, and search for all these and verify that these are actually law offices, or call the numbers. Calling numbers may not work. Sorry about that. But let me just try one more little tactic. So we've got lawyers.com. They should list the company's website on here. Let's see. They don't have a very good rating. Some people liked them. Okay, so it is listed in Goshen, New York. That still doesn't mean that this website is legitimate. Somebody could have just copied the Goshen information, which, strangely enough, is it listed here? Let's see, 45 Webster Avenue. Nope, it's not even listed here. So this does mean that it's a little bit suspicious. So in my opinion, this is something, even if it is just spam, it is worth it to avoid it, just to keep yourself safe. So I'm going to go ahead and presume that this is phishing. I'm going to mark it as phishing. But before I do that, okay, just need to give a screenshot there. Mark that as phishing. That one, and the last one is the most mysterious one of all. I think I know why they did this. and I'm not entirely sure. Now, this one doesn't even mention my name. It does have a long order number, and it says that I ordered a computer, which I did not. But my daughter recently ordered a computer, and the price was very similar to the price of to that price there, $870. So I'm kind of wondering how they got that information, or what did they do? I am currently working on removing some malware from my computer, so it's possible that somebody has been collecting data about me and then reselling it, and that's how I got this. Excuse me. I haven't bothered to do very much other than look up the 908 North Cato Street in De Leon, Texas. And what I found there was that this was a residential address that it's shipping from. Now, that doesn't mean it's illegitimate. If this was, for example, through the Amazon, selling by Amazon program that Amazon has, they could be shipping directly from their address to the customer's address, or they could be sending it to Amazon and Amazon then ships it out. There's no way to know for sure. All I can tell you is a small home on North Cato. It's not even clear whether it's rented or owned or occupied or unoccupied, although because when I looked at it, the image that I saw of that was from 2013. So it's not really something that I can verify very easily at this point. But the one thing is clear here is they're saying your order has been confirmed successfully with PayPal. It doesn't say where I placed the order, so they're basically kind of leaving it open-ended to make you concerned. Okay, so the transaction has been approved successfully from PayPal. Now, if they've been monitoring my computer through malware, what they may be trying to do is to get me to go to PayPal, log in, and then they can steal my login and password. But I'm not going to do that. I could try calling this number here. It's kind of a weird number, if you notice. It's +1 855 490 7712. They tried. I don't know why they put the dash where they did, because this probably is an American number, but because it's +1. But it's really not certain. It could be that they did this way to conceal that the number is actually 18 for the country code. I'm not sure if there's a 185 for the country code. There are over 200 countries. So one of two possibilities is they're trying to get me to go to PayPal and log in so they can steal my username and password via a keylogger, or alternatively, they're trying to get me to call this phone number so that they can get information from me, so that they can actually do something bad. Either way, given that this is from mayaabella322@gmail.com, it's highly unlikely that this is legitimate. And you can see that it's also to r.aaronlewis, and other people have been blind carbon copied, which means, gosh, I can't warn them because their addresses are hidden to me. Now, I'm not really sure on an original what the original shows. Oh, okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to mark this as phishing. This is the last of 3 that I wanted to show you guys. This is definitely a phishing email, so please be very careful. Check the sender's name, look for missing information, look for information that is there, and you should be able to determine without going into PayPal whether or not you're being scammed. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.